Hi there. After 43 years with type 1 diabetes, I've gone back and forth between the insulin pump and injections more times than I can count. Today, I'm sharing the real pros and cons, not just what the manuals say, but what actually happens in everyday life as a type 1 diabetic. I'll tell you why I use the pump 75% of the time, but also why every so often I give it a little holiday. And trust me, you want to hear why that break that I take from the pump actually makes pumping better for me. Let's get into why I love the pump. Number one, peace of mind. With my insulin pump linked to my Dexcom G7, it's constantly predicting where my blood sugar is going to be and adjusting it in the background. So I don't have to think about it. That means fewer highs, fewer lows, and way less mental energy for me. But the mental energy piece, we'll circle back to why that's a huge piece to why I keep on the pump 75% of the time versus going on injections all the time. Number two reason, overnight control, which is my favorite reason. So it should have been ranked number one. Honestly, this is the biggest win about being on an insulin pump. I can sleep knowing I'll stay in range overnight and wake up steady with a normal blood sugar every single time, unless I eat a huge meal before I go to bed. So a good fasting number sets me up for the whole day, as anybody with type 1 diabetes knows. That's a good thing to happen. On injections, if I wake up off, the whole day can turn into a roller coaster, which really, starting off the days right is so important. But there's one part of injections that actually helps my diet strategy more than the pump. So hang on for a little bit and I'll share that soon. Number three, spontaneity and exercise is a lot easier on the pump, for me anyways. So if I know I'm going to be doing some activity, I set it to activity mode, it keeps me in range. I could be more spontaneous, like I can go do any workout I want. I do Thai boxing multiple times a week, and I don't have to carb load beforehand for some of these types of activities, which is fantastic on it. There's one situation where the pump and my sport that I just mentioned don't really get along very well. And I'll share that in a few minutes. Reason number four, I like the pump is discreet bolusing. In a restaurant, you kind of just look down at your pump, pull it out, and give yourself an injection. You just program the bolus, wait, and I eat. Versus injections where you're pulling out pens and syringes, whatever you're using. It's really awkward and it's not as smooth. I don't care. I've been doing it for so long, but you do get those glances. But that discreetness comes with a trade-off you'll hear about in a few minutes in the downsides of pump use. So number five, data at a glance. Pump screen on the Tandem Slim is basically my diabetes dashboard. It gives me so much information, the current blood sugar, the trend arrows, I'm going up, down, sideways, you name it. Insulin on board, the last bolus I took, and the basal running in the background. As you know, you rely on your memory all the time and that mental map, right? And I'll tell you why that can be both frustrating and sometimes freeing. I want to talk about some of the pump's downside. Number one, you're always attached to this damn thing. I have it right here. It's always on me. You're constantly wearing a medical device. Some days that's just annoying. Like, let's face it, right? But when you see what happened to me during my Thai boxing, you'll understand why it's really annoying. Number two, when the pump alarms go off, they're so loud, at least the Tandem T Slim. So I worry about them going off in meetings, during interviews with important people, and they startle me in the middle of the night. Like in a movie theater once, quiet scene, alarm go off. It's just annoying. Number three, supplies that you have to carry on a pump. Always have to have that backup kit, which can be a bit annoying. So lifestyle limitations is also another downside of a pump. Water sports with the Tandem isn't as great. Some of the other pumps are better. Showering, you got to take it off. And sex, like it's a bit awkward. It's just one of those more annoying things. Some of the physical risks, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, I'll get to now, is Muay Thai boxing. It's a full contact sport. A few weeks ago, I literally got kicked in the abdomen, ripped the site out. Prior to that, I would get kneed in the abdomen and just uncomfortable. You got a needle sticking in your belly. And I can't put them in my arms. Food matching as well is a downside. You'd think it's not, but I typically eat lower carb, higher protein, moderate fat meals. My injection strategy is to use Toronto or regular insulin, which actually matches the profile of that type of meal really, really well compared to the pump. So it was a big learning curve, which I'm going to make a video on that next, actually, on how to eat low carb on a pump. So stay tuned for that. So, what are the benefits of injections? Injections definitely, I don't have anything attached to me. There are no alarms going off that are intrusive, like the insulin pump alarm that I was talking about, which is also nice. The Dexcom still goes off in the background, but it's a little easier to silence and it's not as intrusive. You don't have any tubing or sites to manage. You don't have to carry that emergency kit, and it makes life a little bit easier. I do feel tied to the pump, like I mentioned, and plan to trial the Omnipod in the future. As you can see here, it's a tubeless type pump, but I have to wait for my warranty to run out first because I don't have thousands of dollars kicking around. And as I've already mentioned, number three, fewer supplies to carry around, like this kit I've already shown you. Number five, better for my low carb way of eating. Like I mentioned, the Toronto regular insulin, it really clearly matches the types of diet foods I eat. So that works for me. So some of the downsides of injections are pretty obvious. Number one, you have to poke yourself frequently if you want tight control. I typically, when I'm on injections, MDI regime, I take 6 to 7 shots per day. Very mentally draining. Remembering to take your insulin, the timing of the dose, the last dose I took, the carb counting, the mental calculations that you have to make with injections and remembering when you took your dose last, I find that really mentally taxing. So that's another disadvantage of injections. Bolusing is not discreet. Like I mentioned before, you're going to get those glances in restaurants and uncomfortable staring sessions from bystanders. But anyways, number four, there's no automation. Like I've already mentioned, the mental drain on injection, mentally exhausted. But I needed to mention that one again. Number five, I get more lows and more variability on injections than I do on the pump. Six, unpredictable overnight blood sugar. My sugars are rarely as steady as with the pump. That last point, overnights, is really the deciding factor for me for using the pump the majority of the time to manage my diabetes and blood sugar. The pump wins out 75% of the time for me. People probably wondering, well, why don't I leave it on all the time? Because most people with diabetes do stick to one thing. But every few months, I send my pump, I call him Norm, my assistant manager, on a little holiday. I go back to injections for a bit. And here's the twist. That break actually makes me appreciate insulin pumping more. Keeps me sharper in how I manage diabetes overall. So if I do switch over to injections, I can do it. So at the end of the day, the biggest benefit of pumping for me is, drum roll, overnight control. Honestly, I love going to bed and you sleep 1/3 of your life. So that's a great time to be in range. And waking up with a steady fasting sugar, nothing beats that. That's the day off, right? So that's my real life experience with pumps versus injections. So tell me, which ones work better for you? Drop a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear it. And if you're considering a pump, definitely check out my video here, Insulin Pump Surprises, that I wish somebody had told me when I started first pumping.